Good evening. Welcome to yet another episode of the Power Hour. I'm Steve, along with the urban sensation known as C Red. Hello, Red.
What up?
Also, Cactus Rack, aka Mrs. D now, our married partner. Cactus, how are you?
Hey girl, hey,
Hey,
I'm
girl.
I'm I'm here. I'm here.
You
That's
are
the best
here, and
thing
we
I can do right
appreciate that.
now.
We're always better with you than without you. Joining us tonight is one of the most exciting young tag teams on the scene that I've seen in a while. When I first saw them at ARW, they popped out, and I was like, my God, they look like a classic tag team from like my era when I started watching wrestling, and I was completely intrigued. So we welcome the Cole Twins. Hello, boys.
What's good, guys?
Hello. How's it going, man? Thanks
So
for
for
having us.
we're glad to have you. We're really glad to have you, and we're excited that you guys are doing so well because we're starting to see you just about everywhere. I saw you in 105-degree heat at CSW doing that show, which is a
Very fun.
springboard to the main shows, no doubt about that. First of
All
all,
for the
how the
love.
hell did you guys do that?
How? Oh, well, it's just we're wrestlers, so we kind of have to get through it.
Vitamins and saying my prayers.
Was it not just unconscionably hot?
Terrible. It was
I mean, the,
terrible.
the moment you stepped on the mat, like when we first got there, they try and go over some stuff. Just putting your feet on that canvas, oh my gosh, it was like walking through hot sand. So you had to wear shoes, and if you were bumping on that, good luck, fella.
So take me through your match uh, at the CSW outdoor show. How do you get yourself up when it's that it almost takes your breath away because you guys are high energy guys and you can only keep that pace up even in the tremendous condition that you're in for so long under that heat. Tell me how that worked.
You want to answer that first, Justin?
Yeah, for me, it's pretty simple for me. Passion and drive and love for it. Honestly, those people came and paid money and they needed to see a show and always happy to put one on for sure. But it also comes from the heart as well. Yeah, it sucked that we were out there inside of that kind of heat. Not fun at all. But once you walk through those curtains, it's a whole different story. Whole different story. You go out there, you're doing it for a purpose. Uh, I don't know, man. It's just the love of the game, to be completely honest. Definitely
Huh?
sucked, but love of the
For the
game,
love of
man.
the game. That resonates. That resonates well.
Uh,
And you turned some heads. You guys turned some heads at that show.
Hey, what's what we're trying to do here? We're trying to change up the game. Tag team wrestling needs a pop, and we've got the fire.
There's no doubt about that. Now, obviously, I saw you at CSW, and hopefully you're going to be back there soon. But it seems like you guys have a home base, and maybe that home base is ARW. Tell me about that. Is that your home? Is that where you're primarily at right now?
So let me take this. So yeah, actually, ARW is where we call home. It was the first place that found us. We did like a hot shot for Brew City Wrestling up in Milwaukee.
Ooh,
So
Frankie DeFalco country, huh?
Frankie DeFalco country, and that's
Good
the guy
guy.
too. That was his show. So we went up there last year for a Royal Rumble. This is completely untrained. We went up there and they're like, "Hey, we've got some guys that look good," and we were the guys that look good. So we came up there. They needed some people. We did the whole spot, and then we run into Judas Chavez, and he's like, "Hey, I've got a promotion over in Indiana," and we're like, "We're from Indiana." He's like, "No way, where?" We tell him where we're from. He's like, "Okay, you guys need to come through to us." So ARW is really that promotion that took us in and showed us a home and showed us family. So that's kind of our home right now. So ever since then, I have nothing but, great things to say about them. They've been nothing but great.
And you guys are thriving there. You're doing big things. My first ARW show was a couple of weeks ago. I got to do some commentary, and I was already pretty familiar with your work at that point, at least a little bit. And you fought the Bro Bros, a tag team I've known well for a long time. Very entertaining stuff. Do you like working guys like that? Because the Bro Bros are a handful.
So,
Uh,
you want to take it, Justin?
I can go ahead and say right off the bat, I love the Bro Bros. They're awesome, really good people behind the curtain as well. It was an honor. I like to do a match with them. I definitely am better off in like a serious scenario, but dude, that's a whole lot of fun. It really is, especially with guys like that.
Yeah, and when it comes to like, wrestling comedy is definitely needed inside of wrestling. It has its place, and with the Bros, we're gonna hit it every single time.
It seemed like a good fit, and you guys had a clear understanding that you were not only wrestling, but you were entertaining, and you guys kept the crowd very much engaged with a lot more banter than I expected, which I thought was fun.
Good
Yeah,
guys. We actually get along, you know?
yeah,
That's
we
fair.
get along. The plan was, to go into it and have fun and make sure everybody comes out okay and make sure that crowd gets a laugh when we throw in a couple spots there. And
And
I think we executed that purposely,
yeah, it was a sensational watch. I had a blast calling it with Josh. It was a lot of fun.
Thank
Um,
you.
ARW, now that I've been there and I'm sharing stuff and I'm getting involved in what they're doing, which is fun for me. I'm starting to see the clicks that happen. You obviously have the family, and you've got Quinn Whittick and Jay Cross.
Yeah,
They're
got the AFA.
exactly, and then Judas Chavez. They have their little faction with Judas and some of the young guys. Are you going to be a part of that, or are you already?
So that's Cult Classic, and currently, no, I don't think there's any plans with us getting into that so far. And they just launched Sempiternal, so that's James Creed, Jerome Summers, and Jake O'Neill, who trained us.
It's getting intense. It's like all the talent at ARW is kind of getting on their own little islands. It's like a gang mentality. And I blame Ivan Manson for this, because if you're not in a gang, Ivan would have killed you.
Man, Ivan Manson, man, thoughts and prayers go out to his family still. Great guy. But I think the Cold Twins, I don't think we need to get into a faction to light that crowd on fire. I think all it takes is two guys.
Hey, I couldn't agree with you more. Obviously, there's a lot of colorful talent at ARW. What do you know and what do you think of Drew Bronson? And be careful answering that question,
Gosh.
because this is Bronson's on the call here. So I don't want you to say anything that's going to get your ass kicked, because she'll
Oh,
kick.
well, me and Andrew, we share the same name, so we get along pretty well. I like him. I like him. He's a good dude. We actually train together sometimes at Chicago Style, so nothing but good things to say about him. I actually just tagged with him at a matinee show that we had at the practice last, so it was pretty good. Good dude.
We love
Why
us.
do
Go
that?
ahead. Go ahead, Cactus.
Why do you always do that?
Put people on spot like
Just
that.
waiting for
Yeah.
you.
No, he's a good guy. I got nothing bad to say about him.
Cactus, if you will.
What would you like me to say? Because you just threatened on my behalf.
Well, now you can mix it up. Now we've branched into your territory. Take it away.
Okay, well, tell me what it's been like training under Boz.
Training under Steve Boz has been a learning experience. I thought that I was completely trained, and I thought that possibly I'd only have a few things to learn. But once I got under his wing, me and my brother figured out quickly that there's a whole lot more to this wrestling world than we thought. But he has been nothing but a great trainer, a great friend, a great mentor. He seems to be the guy who's going to be the one to help us break into that Chicago area, and with his help, we have been doing so far. So I really think that, under his wing, he's going to take us pretty far.
Yeah, honestly, as far as Steve Boz goes, I mean, going to his gym and training with him, it felt like next level. There's just things that you don't really think about that he teaches you. Um, he he put us under his wing. He brought us into the Chicago scene, and honestly, it's been awesome. Got us our foot in the door, that's for sure, and definitely introduced us to the people at NWA. And I can't thank him enough, to be completely honest. He's a good guy. Steve Boz is a great trainer. I don't even know what else to say. I can go on. Yeah, exactly. Literally the BOZ brother.
BOZ.
Just don't start doing this stuff. Just don't start doing this bullshit, because that's very personal. Now you're pissing off the GM. Now you're not on my good graces. But
Are you
that's
anti-Italian or something?
well, it's the made
He's
menu.
the BOZ. He's
He's
the
the Boz
BOZ.
father.
Oh,
The Boz father, brother.
Oh, and I just know that as, what Andrew does right before he goes gabagool. So
I've definitely seen memes like with this, but no,
yeah.
that's the BOZ. That's all I know.
Okay. I have been
That's the mate.
educated today.
That's the made men. You don't like them. You don't want to be them. They're not, and their numbers of growing. Apparently now Mustafa Ali is a member of the made men. Did you guys catch that?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
At the end in the
what
heat
a
of the night.
show. What
Huh?
a show.
Were you there? Were you guys there? You didn't say hi?
I didn't get a chance to go to the show, unfortunately. I was at practice the day before, but just couldn't make it out there. But what a show they put on. I mean, good God. I mean, they had everything. They had tables, they had ladders, Mustafa Ali, Quintero inside of the main event. And Quintero, great talent up there. And there's another one of Boz's guys. He trained him. So great dude.
Uh, one of the biggest pops of that entire show was the fact they were trying to throw Jay Marston through a table. So Boz and
Russ.
have Marston up, and they throw him through the table, and the table flipped him off and said, "I ain't breaking." So Marston is laying there clearly in pain. So what does Bruss do? Bruss jumps on top of him trying to break the table, and it didn't happen once. So he jumped on him again. Then he jumped on him, and Boz jumped on him. Table never fucking moved, man.
If you saw, Boz tried to hit that ladder too.
He did.
He
Boz has gotten very spry of late. Boz is throwing his body around a little bit.
Hey, Boz is a freaking champion, man.
He is living that La Vida Loca, as they say. It's his second wind in the professional wrestling business, and he is enjoying being a bad guy. Like I have never seen him enjoy this before. It's something to see when Boz is an asshole heel.
He's definitely something, a character at that.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. So you'd mentioned NWA. How are you feeling there? Because that is a roadmap to many places. If you get in the good graces with, of course, Daisy, your mentor, and Brian Idol, the guys that do a lot of the heavy lifting at NWA Chicago.
So yeah, NWA is just the name itself is prestigious alone. I mean, you think of a name like Dusty Rhodes, um, it's been awesome. So Daisy brought us in, and he wanted to do something with us. So at the last show that they just did, we came out there and we were his guys. So moving forward, I think that's what we're moving with. So I believe they have another show next month. It's August 22nd. We will be there. Stay tuned. It's going to be a little wild. Those spot monkeys need to, they need to get laid to rest.
Oh boy, the
They need to
Spot
slip on
Monkeys
some
versus the
bananas,
Cole
man.
Twins, huh?
They need to slip on some bananas, man.
That would be pretty cool. Rion Skillis has joined the show. Hello, Rion. And that means we have picture quality. And it comes out of your mouth, and Rion finds it. There is the new flyer for the August 22nd show live in Highland Park, NWA Chicago. And there's your guy, Daisy Kill, all oiled up right in the front.
Hey,
Looking
just
good
like
as
us.
always.
Just like us, looking
Do you
great.
guys share the oil, or is it hygienically not a good thing to share your oil?
Listen, brother, a magician doesn't tell his secrets.
Fair. That is a fair statement right there. How long have you guys been in the business? How long have you been doing this?
So we started training, I would say February of last year. We truly started to get into it. We had a stint beforehand where we were going to go to Dustin Rhodes School down in Texas, but things just didn't pan out correctly. Just, expenses, whatnot. It was kind of an expensive thing to do. Get things in order, just didn't work out. So we started in February of last year, I believe, and we started having matches the end of August. So we're almost a full year into having matches.
That is pretty impressive.
Thank
You you are achieving Shelly Benson like acclaim because she started winning titles like 14 months into the business. I'd never seen anything like it. And it almost seems like you guys are in a position to be in that trajectory because obviously you're climbing up the ARW ladder, you're rolling with one of the big dogs at NWA, and if you're one of Boz's kids, it's just a matter of time before you're rocking a Friday night in Franklin Park.
you.
That's and you guys, you guys look like you've been doing this a lot longer, just watching what you do and watching your performance. I can't believe it's been less than a year. That is unbelievable to me.
So I attribute that to, well, same with my brother, I believe. We attribute that to a lifetime of just watching wrestling, um, just looking at the guys we look up to, like Triple H, Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, all those guys who came before us, and then the bodies. The bodies was like the main thing. We really worked on that. It took us 5 years to get to where we were at today. I think I was about 120 pounds. My brother was 115, and we felt it was a little disrespectful to hop into the ring not ready to go. You know what I mean? We wanted to look the part because I believe that's about half the battle.
You guys could very easily go as the Midnight Rockers anytime you want to on Halloween. And I think
Yeah.
that would pop everybody. Red, they said your guy. They said Shawn Michaels. So now that they've woke you up, talk to these young men about this business because maybe you're that guy that could give them some guidance.
Why they got Boss?
Yeah,
I mean, Boss is the guy that trained shit me. I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean,
you're a different perspective. They may have to fight Marche and Acid Jazz at some point.
Come on.
and I hope they whoop their ass.
I think we're ready. I think we can take them.
We'll sure try, that's for sure.
Just watch out for those chops. Those are rough.
Marsh,
Yeah,
me
um,
shot.
Avoid the chops and check and make sure the ref checks Jazz's pockets for the damn hot chocolate. Shit. That's it.
Red, you being a manager, you've managed tag teams your whole career. They've been in the business, coming up on a year now. What would you tell them as they move forward, because they're right now they are rock solid and very good, and they could do many things. You got anything that you could tell them that little tricks of the trade from old C Red there? Don't tell them to get off your yard. Give them some love.
Please.
I mean, again, almost a year. Again, mouth shut, ears open. Really lets you know where you are in the business when they've been doing this for 11 months going on a year and they're in matches and I mean shit. I mean, I'd have killed to be, well, NWA isn't what it was back then. It is now at a resurgence, but I mean shit. They seem again, they seem like they pretty much, I'm not gonna say they've got it together, but they're on the right road. I mean, they found a home, and then they also took additional training, and that's the one thing that kind of pisses me off about younger talent. You know, they feel like they've been trained a few months. Oh well, we know it fucking all. Oh, you can't tell us shit because we know. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. So to then, you know, to go to CSW with Boz, uh, and that's just going to be anywhere you go because no two trainers are going to train the same. So you can go to Kansas or you can go to Memphis and somebody's going to teach you something different. That's what I mean by, keep your mouth shut and your ears open. Somebody's always going to give you, especially performers that have been in this business long enough, that want to see you succeed. And you guys have to know good advice versus bad advice. There will be some people that see you, you guys are good looking, muscular, you guys work well together. That means, guess what? You're going to take two guys a spot off the card, So there's going to be somebody there bitter. Hey, let me tell you what you need to do. Now, but you guys have to discern, okay, is that good? What they just gave us, you know, or is it just a bunch of bullshit because they feel threatened? And unfortunately, that's a real fucking thing. There are guys out here that don't want to see you succeed. Um, Me personally, I want to see everybody succeed. I want to see everybody that I've ever come across on fucking TV every goddamn day of the week. So in my old age, when somebody asks, "Hey, I know those guys. I interviewed those guys. Yeah, those World Tag Team Champions. Yeah, I know those guys. Yeah, all right. Um,
Red's
but you
got you
guys are
guys as world tag team champions already. That's amazing.
dude.
Hey,
I
I'll
mean,
take the rub, dude. I'll
It'll
take it,
happen.
dude.
It'll happen. It'll happen. Just
I
wait.
mean, again, they're on the right path, and I mean, again, I think them getting the Chicago exposure, NWA Chicago can, if especially if BC sees them, you know, there's a good possibility, that they could uh, get that shine, and that could open many doors, So, you know, I believe the Coles they've got what it takes, So
I think Billy's gonna love their look. He wasn't at the last show. He was out on tour, and maybe he'll be at this show. His tour schedule is weird, but I think once because you fit the Cole twins fit what NWA likes right now. You guys are in that physical prowess category, and you're talented and charismatic, and that's what NWA needs right now because they need to distinguish themselves. So I think that's what Red just said is very accurate.
Absolutely. And we have very good people in our corner. So a lot of it, Red was talking about, people saying stuff or like, trying to, veer us the wrong way or decipher what's good advice and what's not. We have some pretty good people in our corner. Steve Boz is one of them. Jake O'Neill is another one of them. Braun the Lumberjack and Joey Boom Boom. Also Angel Armani.
Angel
Give him a
Armani,
shout out. Angel
for sure.
Armani. He's a good guy to go to if we ever need some help. He'd be honest with us. He's a straight shooter.
He's been around a long time. That much is absolutely true.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
he's trained just about everybody.
Just
Got the
ask him.
AARP championship, dude.
I followed him into the building when I debuted at ARW, and from my car to the building, standing behind him, he talked about 16 people that he had trained. Now, 7 of them were from the show, and the other 9 are names you hear every day. I can't confirm that he trained Chris Jericho, but I believe. I mean, he was saying it with empathy. That's for sure.
I've never seen him to be telling me like anything wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and believe him.
I
I'll
think
believe what he
nothing.
says.
I think everything he says is nothing but the truth.
He can certainly tell stories. We're going to have him on this show at one point.
You
He
need
might
to.
not
You need
grace
to
us
He's
with
a
his
character.
presence, but I want to pick his brain. I want to get a list and a pen so I can write it all down so I don't forget it.
You better slot like 3 hours for him.
Oh boy. Well, we've been known on occasion to do that. It's not my favorite thing to do, but we've been known to go long occasionally. A
Don't
question
do
that we
that.
ask everybody on
That'll
this
be a
show.
long episode.
We like them and we don't like them, but when we have guests that are easy to talk to, like you guys, we can go on for a while telling stories. So speaking of stories, I always ask this, and we'll start with Andrew. What was that moment, that thing that you saw, or that thing that you watched, or that toy that you had, or what made you say, yeah, I want to do that?
So to be honest with you, Steve, that's a very hard question for me because we have grown up around wrestling our entire lives. I can remember the first time I was in my house and I was handed a Goldberg and a Kevin Nash toy, and they would talk to each other. It was just always in our life. It was always in our life. Me and my brother had a really hard upbringing, so wrestling was our safe space, and I think we decided from just day one that this is what we wanted to do. It was always wrestling. There's a funny story, man. In kindergarten, we we were doing CCD. It's for Catholics.
I'm familiar with CCD. I was
Okay,
there. It was a
okay, so
Good
miserable
times, good
experience.
times.
so as early as, I mean, I would say, 6 years old, let's just say that, me and my brother, we got in trouble. We almost got kicked out. We were making these hands, and it is, write about yourself on your hand, and then you introduce yourself to the class. Me and my brother were heavily into SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. That was our thing. We were just these little kids with this game in front of us, but everybody was feeding us wrestling stuff. Everybody. I could name so many people who attributed to this, but when we were given these hands, Steve, we, instead of writing anything down, what do we do to these hands and give to the class?
What did you do?
And we were Stone Cold 316, baby. That's what we were doing. So, I
Oh
mean,
my God.
so since day one, man, yeah, we got kicked out. That was so bad. But yeah, since day one, there's nothing that can really pinpoint it and say that's when it happened or that's when it happened. We were just always in love with this, no matter how good it was or how bad it was. It was just love from day one, and that's the best answer I can give you. I haven't stopped loving it since, and it came knocking on my door. Hey, you need to pick this up. This is something that you and your brother dreamed of. You need to go at it. And I think it was God, but who knows, right? But since
If
day
you,
one.
you know what? Hey, you never know what the inspiration is going to be. What about you? I mean, he kind of brought you into the experience, like because you're so close.
Yeah,
Do you have a
twins.
similar explanation, or was there something for you that was different?
Uh, I mean, it's pretty similar, to be honest. I mean, I can't tell you how many times me and my brother got in trouble at school for, DX crock chopping at people, having, no idea what that meant at all. We just
That
thought, it was
attitude era
DX.
just ruined everybody.
We would yell "suck it" too, dude. We had no idea what that meant, but we just had, love for the game, to be honest. I don't know, dude. I mean, when I was younger, I mean, I resonated really well with like the at-home videos that would WWE would come out with and stuff. Really, really, truly got into invested with Jeff Hardy's when I was younger. Me and my brother both really fell in love with Jeff Hardy. Just a high-flying style. Tag team action was cool, but yeah, man, it's always just kind of been like in us. Life kind of took its toll. I know Andrew, talked about it a little bit, but for me to, I guess, figure out that this is what I need to do besides people telling me it was, I guess, just life kind of burning in and kind of setting in, and this never really went away. It always ate at me. I always knew, and it always, like, told myself that I should go do it, and you could do great things with it. You and your brother could, but it just never. I don't know. It just never hit me until like I was, I don't know, like 25 years old. I Everything changed, man. Everything changed. Got in the gym super hard, uh, and never really looked back, to be completely honest, man. It's always been something burning inside of us. It's true passion, true drive. I don't know how to say it without sounding corny, but it's it's the truth, man. It's just seriously just always been there.
The fire is real, and we all feel it to a certain extent because we're all in it doing it right now, which is amazing. And there's so many avenues you can pursue to be in this business and be a part of it. Is there a particular match that you look back to when you're thinking about it, when you're talking about the fire inside? I mean, you mentioned Jeff Hardy. That I kind of see the Hardy Boys influence in you when I watch you wrestle. I was
Love
comparing you
those
in
guys.
commentary, to the Hardys and the Fabulous Ones. Just the way you look the part of a tag team, and then you move around like the Hardys did. Was there? I mean, obviously, most people when they talk about the Hardys talk about the historic tables, ladders, and chairs match against Team 3D and Edge and Christian. Is there a match that you have as your signature? It's my favorite match of all time. Do you have something like that?
Match of all time. Mm, dude, that's so
Putting
hard
you
to
on the
be completely
spot,
honest.
right?
I guess no, the one that lights the fire in me, the one that really, like, I was like, holy crap, this needs to happen. Hogan and Rock, WrestleMania.
The energy.
I mean, the energy there. I mean, I mean, you could go at that, like, not as a wrestling fan and just be like, oh, I'm pumped. Like, let's do this. like that. I mean, the energy there and just like how they fed off of it, it was just amazing. I mean, that is just like, oh, I don't know, man. That's just the fire there was crazy. The electricity, you could feel it through the TV.
It was
I
it
would
was big.
say, I would say, if I had to go to one, it was probably one of the earliest matches I ever watched I can remember. Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat. Was it WrestleMania 3?
Oh, what a
Yep.
great match that was.
I mean, dude, I mean that if that doesn't get you, I mean, if that doesn't grab a wrestling fan and make you want to jump in there and do the same thing, I don't know what does. I mean, that those guys are legends, absolute legends.
I had a chance to meet Ricky Steamboat at the last PCW show many, many years ago. And
How was
I
that?
just wanted to go up and thank him because I had enjoyed everything he had done my whole life. So, you try to be professional and not be, geek out. I'm like, yeah, you have so many great matches. I don't know which one to pick. He's like, I know what my favorite match of yours is. It was WrestleMania 3 against the Macho Man, wasn't it? And I, of course, yes, of course it was. Yeah, so I think even
Absolutely.
Ricky Steamboat know how important that match was to people.
So moving. I mean, that's I can watch it every single day if you ask me to.
Yeah, I don't blame you, brother. That was Steamboat.
Now Red's gonna get for hurt feelings because he's a Shawn Michael guy, and when
Oh,
people don't like love Oliver Shawn Michaels, he gets a little butthurt. So, do you guys have a favorite Shawn Michaels moment, just so Red doesn't cry?
I do, I do.
Ah,
WrestleMania 10.
that's not fair because he just stole mine.
WrestleMania 10, the ladder match. First
It's
one ever.
amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Look at Red; he's got the backdrop.
It's either that or WrestleMania 23. I really liked WrestleMania 23.
WrestleMania 25, WrestleMania 26. Him and The
Yeah.
Undertaker twice in a row. It's great.
Yeah, you know what? I can't tell you how many times I watched WrestleMania 25 Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. That match is amazing.
That's the
Or
greatest match ever.
It's an amazing match, dude. When I was little, I got it on
absolutely.
DVD and it literally just like stayed playing forever.
See, now you got Red back. See, Red was listing a little bit; he was getting a little quiet, a little antsy, but now you got him back with your.
No, I was listening, but you kind of skipped over an important question.
Please.
Let's hear it.
I didn't think important. What you guys said Jake O'Neill started training you, but what got you to that point? That because
Okay.
going to the gym is like, yeah, okay, but you know, it's
Well,
much easier now, I'll say, to find places to train versus when I started, it was somewhat easy, but back in the day, you it was just
Are
uh
you are you asking like what pushed
look,
us to train there?
no.
Like, what pushed
I-
us to train or what pushed us to train with him?
no, what got you to
Oh, how
that
did we
point,
get there?
How did we get
Yeah,
there?
no,
versus
I know what he's saying.
Yeah, okay, okay.
No. Yeah, so I mean, what got us there, obviously, yeah, the whole working out part. The working out part is honestly the part that got us there before anything. I'm still going to go into the other part. I always knew that it was going to be, I had to be really serious about my body if I was going to go into this. Same with Andrew too.
Always in the back
Um,
of our heads. Always
always in the
there.
back of our heads. So, but obviously before that, it's always been in our minds, so we kind of did try to take our strikes at it. Like you were saying, it was a lot harder to find a school. Like when we first started trying, it really was. Like it was so hard to find a school to train at. So we started off at a little school inside of Moments, Illinois. It was called SUW, and we only did a little bit there. We only like trained maybe like barely, and we just really we weren't getting our like we couldn't really get our feet up. We couldn't like spread our wings to fly that much, and we just honestly maybe our heads weren't in it either. But that
It
only
was the
lasted very
pandemic. It was the
yeah.
pandemic.
Either way though, either way, if things didn't work out around there, so after that place, yeah, we were kind of like, oh, I mean, like, where the hell are we gonna go now? It was like a year or two passed, and that's when school started to like actually like promote their stuff. And Dustin came out with his school, Nightmare Factory came out, and me and my brother reached out to them. They reached back out to us, the Dustin Rhodes Academy. We were actually going to go down there and train for a little bit, and that didn't work out just because of money. I mean, money. It was going to cost us, I think,
Four.
yeah, each. And at the time, especially with the jobs that we had, we couldn't exactly just drop everything. Little did we know that it would we'd be doing so well with the business, but we didn't get it. So from there, we were like stumped again. And then that's where Andrew said earlier, instead of this call, that we got reached out for like a Royal Rumble inside of Wisconsin. And after that, we met Judas, and that's how we met ARW. And when we went to ARW, the school, they had a school there, but it was really more not train yourself, but you really had to like, work around the other things that are happening there to really get a solid training in. So me and my brother, we met Jake O'Neill, and he came to a practice, and we pulled him on the side, and we were like, hey, can you train us? We know he trained Underland Storm, and we figured that was going to be solid training for us. And it was solid training for us. We wrestled our first show, and we, blew the roof off the place. It was awesome. We had the crowd going, no botch spots. Everything went, awesome. It was a great first match. Honestly, I couldn't wish for a better first match. Buff Bagwell was watching us. He told us that we had match that night. It went well. But after that, we knew that we, really wanted to go, take this even deeper. We knew we had to do more. So that's when we reached out to Steve Boz. And then we've been training with CSW ever since. And yeah.
Yeah. But what really got us to that point of being like, let's go into the ring finally and let's go train. The combination of stuff that happened within our lives were like, okay, we're trying. So we graduate high school, and I try and go to college just to please the people around me, because college was never really in my deck of cards for me. I feel I tried to do it, but I was only trying to please the people.
Oh, and there goes Andrew.
Oh, we lost him. Either that or the ghost of Braun the Lumberjack just came and reached out and said, saying too much, get out of here.
Hopefully I answered that question correctly, because I thought the way that my brother was coming off of it, I could have gone emotional with it too, to be completely honest. It's
No, it's
wrestling.
fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know exactly what you were looking for there. I mean, that's how it happened. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely been hoops and barriers that we've had to jump inside of our life. I don't, we won't go down like the nitty gritty and stuff, but we grew up really hard. It's really hard the way that we grew up, and it kind of set us back. Then the jobs that we ended up working just to, get out of the house and actually like, make a name for ourselves. Just nothing was clicking. Nothing clicked. And wrestling always came back and, came up in my head. Always. I would get into this like stint in my job, no matter where it is where I'd work, and highly depressed, just super depressed, knowing that I should be doing that and that it wasn't happening. But when it, now that it has been happening, I mean, just life in general feels more flourished. I just feel like I'm doing something with a purpose. I feel like me and my brother are exactly where we need to be completely honest. I mean, the success that we have seen in the short term that we've been wrestling, I think it speaks for itself.
So now the inevitable follow-up question to that.
Yes, sir.
Been on a roll for almost a year.
Yes.
Where do you see this going, and where do you want it to go? I mean, obviously the easy answer is we want to be in WWE or AEW, but how do you have a plan? I mean, what are you thinking you'd like to achieve?
So, dude, I hate to backtrack on what you just said, because yeah, dude, it sounds corny, but dude, WWE, AEW is seriously what I'm trying to do. Me and my brother have always had a passion to do something like that. I don't care what the money looks like. It's really just about going up there and, being at that stage and, showing people who we actually are. That's the grand plan for sure. That's definitely the grand plan. But for right now, I guess, it's not like it's a day by day thing, I guess. But NWA right now. Right now, I want to focus on what's going on over there. Other opportunities are, reaching out to us. We have other shows booked under that, but NWA seems like a good route, a nice little foot in the door for us to actually, get our rockets going.
Where did we leave off here? I'm sorry, my phone just cut out. I wanted to continue because I wanted to answer Red, because I feel like Red was asking like what pushed us to even start like.
It's that I went back and I answered that.
Oh, you answered it? That's a good.
Yeah, I mean, I basically just said jobs caught up to us and everything in life, and
yeah, life caught up to us, and life caught up to us, and just trying to please people. So we went through the whole I went through the whole college thing. Justin went to work, I went to work, and no matter what, no matter who we ran into, it was always eating away at us. And every single time something that didn't work out, work, job, college didn't work out, we finally had to just hit the button and be like, okay, Justin, let's be serious with ourselves. Let's take this head on. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, but we have to try and we have to, see this through, because if we don't, we're going to be living a life of regret. And I don't want to be that old man with regret in his eyes saying I could have been.
So
Literally
Grant,
what I said.
If nothing
Twins.
else, and this is gonna sound so, I guess, cliche. The love that I see you two have for each other is remarkable. And I mean, normally, that happens, brothers and sisters, but like when you two are talking and I can hear one, but look at the other's face, I see the love that you two have for each other, to the point where you share this same connection with this business. The love, because it's hard for people to understand why we love this business. People don't get it. If they look at you sideways when you tell them what you do on the weekends, people look at you like you crazy. Like, you do what? Like, and
love.
first they ask you, that WWE stuff you see on TV. Yes, that WWE stuff you see on TV. Yes, but to actually hear that you guys, it seemed like you guys had all of these uh, circumstances surrounding you, but you had each other regardless, and knowing that the other had the same dream that the other had, just like, for me, it's phenomenal. Like, your backstory, and I don't need to know all of it, but I see it in your faces. And all I'm gonna say is hold on to that, keep that. It's you guys you're building momentum right now, and this is getting good. But this is, as they say, a fucking business. There's gonna be some highs, there's gonna be some lows, you know. But you guys keep watching each other's backs the way you've had your entire life. And oh my God, the sky is the limit for you too. And I want you guys to fucking succeed. And I've never met you guys in person. Fuck that. I want to see you succeed. I'm saying it loud and proud because I see it in you. I
Thank you,
see
brother.
it in you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Go
So
ahead, Steve.
tell everybody where they can see you. I know ARW has Collider coming up a little later on in August. We know you're going to be at NWA Chicago. Where can the folks out on the wrestling scene come to watch you guys do what you do?
So this month we are going to be wrestling at Fabomania. I think it's a first time show. So they've got some pretty good people on the cards, like Parker Boudreaux, Vic Capri. I think Quintero's on the card. Cocaine, Quinn Wood. We
Not
got
Cocaine. I thought
we
they
got that
shut him
coming for
down.
us.
Hey, dude, he's here.
No, brother. He's running wild and hot. He's running white hot.
Literally.
So have that, and we have ARW Collider. I'm not sure how that card's looking out, but ARW Collider, more than likely we will be there. NWA next month as well, and I don't know if you've mentioned it at all, but ARW is going to be doing some pretty big things coming up here in October. It's our birth month, so hopefully we've got something crazy in store for you guys. We're reopening up that Hammond Civic Center, bringing wrestling back to Hammond, Indiana. it's a real historic building. I've been to multiple shows there as a kid, and I'm super excited to be able to go under those lights.
The Hammond Civic Center, brought to you by the Cole twins.
Absolutely. You need two of us.
Historic.
You need two of us. They needed a bigger building, so they got one.
We are so happy that you guys are doing so well, and you seem so in sync. And you know, tag team wrestling right now is in a state of flux. It seems like a lot of promotions just throw people together and call it a tag team. It's refreshing when an actual tag team develops on its own and goes places. You know, I keep mentioning Marche and Jazz because they've been a tag team for so long. The Country Gentlemen have been a tag team for so long. So NWA really respects and promotes good tag team wrestling. ARW is trying to bring in good tag teams and make good tag team wrestling. CSW, it's very important to them. They went through a spell where they were trying to put people together to see what they could do, and now they're making a real push for really good, solid tag teams to challenge for the CSW tag team title. So feel like you guys would do well there. Like I said when I first saw you,
Well, nothing
just feels right.
Yeah, nothing beats a natural tag team at that. You know,
Organic.
we're twin brothers. This isn't fake. This isn't it's not a work. We're 100%, you know, true, real life twins. And we're out there hanging and banging with the best out there, or trying to at least.
Yeah, I think it's real hard to find an organic like tag team like this. It really is. I mean, you can always throw people together, but if they don't bang together, then it's just not going to work.
You can develop chemistry over time, but when you have natural chemistry from birth, that is really hard to manufacture.
Oh,
You
yes.
can't win it either.
And I
They're the
think
modern day twin turbos. Ass boss.
oh yeah, we just inducted those guys into the CSW Hall of Fame last year. So talk to Boz about the turbos.
Modern day.
The modern day twin turbos.
And I don't want to shoot us
the
down,
young
but
turbos.
there was a tag team inside of WCW. They were an enhancement tag team, but they were the Cole twins.
Yeah, they're the same exact. Yeah, Cole twins. So we existed in another life. Just, you know.
Yeah, actually.
Reincarnation is a real thing.
No, yeah, WCW is crazy.
We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules to coordinate with us tonight. We're so happy to have you on, and I hope you'll come back on before we end this thing so we can get caught up with you. Maybe after the big October show, and you've renamed the Hammond Civic Center the Cole Civic Center or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely come back on.
Yeah, I'll have a talk with the Hammond mayor or whatnot, and we'll see what we can do with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Cole twins. Watch them, love them like I do. They are amazing technicians in that ring. And for only being in this business a year, you better catch them now before you have to watch them on TV or pay lots of money to watch them live. Guys, thank you again for coming on the show tonight. Now you guys can log off so we can talk about you behind your back.
Absolutely. I'm ready for it. You know, just when you post this, just give me a heads up before, you know, anything goes out there.
Yeah, let's shoot, brother.
I make no guarantees. Guys, thank you so much for coming in tonight. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, Rion.
It's nice seeing everybody.
Thank you, Miss D'Ambrosio.
You're welcome.
This is D. You're getting so much respect. It's lovely. That, of course,
absolutely. Tell
Andrew, I will tell Andrew you said hello.
Hey, double. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having
me. See you, man. See you. Thanks again.
Absolutely.
All you see is his bicep. There we go. All right. That was the Cole twins. Good stuff from a good young tag team. You know, when I first saw them, I'm like, God damn it. It's like, you know, it's like tag teams like I loved running, you know, Hardy Boys, you know, the Hart Foundation. I mean, they have that chemistry that you notice right away. You know, I've been watching.
I'm gonna be honest. because also, Andrew, if you're watching this back, I texted my Andrew that you said hi, and he just went in all caps, Andrew. So that's response. When they first came through the rings, and I yelled this at the show, and they probably heard me. I yelled, Kirkland brand Young Bucks. But then they started wrestling. And so they're not just like a Young Buck knockoff. And it's just, don't be offended. I am a professional heckler. It is what I do. I heckle all the live long day because crowds that don't engage annoy the shit out of me.
That's why
So
you're so vocal at Super Wrestlers.
that's why I'm so loud. If the crowd is really quiet, I'm doing the work for everyone. But I was really impressed with their wrestling. And really impressed with how well they worked together as a team. And, people can say it's because they're twins, but also it's because obviously they've put the work in to get that way.
And they really, when they said they've only been doing it for now just a year, I was shocked because I would bet money that they had been in it longer. It was, and like I said, when the CSW had the outdoor show and it was 100 degrees, they were a couple of the guys that actually seemed like they were unfazed by it because they were just as crisp and spot on as they always are.
That's like superhuman shit because I would have died.
I almost died. I had my suit on, and
I know you passed out.
45 minutes into the show, I'm taking that shit off. I'm like, this was a really bad idea. I am not Steve Kenton.
I don't know why you would attempt it.
God, man, it was so bad. And I just saw Mr. Riccolo at a show, and he's wearing like a pirate shirt and some capris. He looked all cool, and it was 100. I'm like, why didn't I just do that shit? Mr. Riccolo is much smarter than I am.
Trust me, I'm trying to figure out for our little commentating. I'm like, I don't know if this place is outside or inside. I'm bringing two outfits.
Yeah, we better be careful because like I said, I once I sat down, I couldn't get up, so I was basically ring announcing from a chair, and people were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, no, I am absolutely not." Turtle kept bringing me water by the bucket because I was literally dying.
A year, like it's not even a year, and honestly, part of me was like, "What the fuck?" Like, dude, I didn't get my shit. I didn't get into the ring. We weren't allowed in. Like that shit is rare, you know. So off the bat, it had to be something special, you know. But then again, for them to realize, okay, let's get some more training. Let's get some more knowledge. Like that's commendable. Because again, that's like I said, and I've said it on here before. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. You know, these young guys thinking they know every fucking thing, and oh, and it's like you don't. You really don't. So it's like okay, like you'll learn the hard way, and let's see where you are 5 years from now, and you know when I pull up to McDonald's and you're taking my order. So
Red really likes his fries. So the Cole twins, great young tag team. Glad they were on the show. It was a lot of fun to have them here. Um, we got a few things to talk about before we call it a night. I want to recap CSW in the heat of the night, and then I want to talk about this Saturday's Feast of the Goat Queen. And thank God Cactus is here to talk about it.
We talk about the Goat Feast of the Ghost Queen first.
Say it again.
We talk
she
about
wants to talk about the Goat Queen first.
Oh, sure. Okay, we'll talk about that first.
Hazel, we'd watch a movie tonight.
I understand. We'll get through this as quick as we can. I was when I was talking to Mommy Fearist, I was hoping that her or Tobias could jump on in the 8 o'clock hour to kind of break it down a little bit for us. So we'll go with it now, and if they come in at that time, then so much the better for us.
Yeah, I'll give an introduction.
I
So
have never been. I have heard stories, but I have never been. Tell me what I can expect at Feast of the Goat Queen, because Jesus DeSafio sent me some notes to talk about the wrestling part of it.
well, there will be baby goats. That much I can tell you.
And there'll be a farmer's market or vendors of sorts.
Yes, there will be vendors, there'll be artists, there will be I believe there will be some clothing, jewelry makers, painters, um all that kind of stuff. I believe last year there was live body painting. There will be fire dancing, sword fight, like not yeah, there will be sword fighting, sword dancing, that sort of thing.
Everything, Rabid Brewing does such interesting and amazing things, on a monthly basis. It makes it kind of hard to believe that home would fuck this up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, Jesus,
Let's not
can
even
you
go there.
send me some notes about the wrestling since I'm the one announcing it? Thank you. Let's
So do you,
close the communication loop.
do you want me to read a little bit about what
Why
he's
don't you? No. Why don't you send them to me? Why don't you send them to me? And going forward, let's remember that I exist, please and thank you.
Wow. See, that's not fair. I didn't know.
I'm not talking about you.
I'm trying to send this to you right now. I
So
think
while you're standing at driving through Saturday, uh, like I had such disgust driving through home. Like it wasn't
Not the same.
it totally felt different. Totally. And so here's the thing. Nobody knows. But years ago, far, far in another universe, there was a company and they were the first to run out of the Homewood Auditorium. Um, and of course, I was on that show. And I always said this would be a great fucking building. Like the atmosphere felt right. Okay, you fast forward, that company went away, came back, went away, but they never went back to that building. Had no idea why, didn't ask. Um, but then when everybody else, especially you guys, were there and I could watch the videos and see the footage and see the crowds, and I'm like, finally somebody gets it. Like this building is awesome. And to find out that, like, I feel like the whole town turned on you guys. And that shit like just pissed me off. Like, what else do you have here? And I mean, I drove through Homewood. It wasn't my plan, but my significant other was like, no, go this way and then go this way and then go that way. And it was like, oh, okay, I'm taking a fucking tour through Homewood. But it didn't feel the same knowing what had transpired. And it's like I don't have a reason unless all of us go back out to eat breakfast again. I have no or to go visit Steve. I have no reason to go through there. None. Like my car probably will never go through Homewood again. Like, like you know.
It was
And
very unfortunate and not a lot of fun, but we're gonna enjoy Rabid while we can, and this is gonna be a great weekend. Are they calling wrestling Cactus? Aren't they calling it
no,
something?
it's combat. It's combat something.
It's
That much I know.
combat theater.
Combat
There it is.
theater. See, I knew
Armored Chicago.
it was
What'd you say?
combat theater.
Rion's got the flyer up there. Combat Theater, indeed, and it's the Rogue Wrestling and Armored Chicago are look like and Wrestle League. It's a 3-tiered attack at this Feast of the Goat Queen. I know Rion last year spun magical tales of the show that made me sad that I missed it because he kept being frozen. And I remember that specifically. So what can you tell me, if you can tell me anything about what we can expect in the combat theater?
Expect the unexpected.
That's
You
it.
have no clue.
Who are you,
do
Billy
not
Whack?
know what is going to happen next. You don't know. Like whatever logical conclusion you can come up with, erase it because it's not that. I can tell you that there's going to be a 7 Deadly Sins match.
What the hell?
Yep, 7 Deadly Sins. Sorry, it's a 7 Deadly Sins gauntlet. Let me get the verbiage correct.
7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah, 7 Deadly Sins. And
I have a pretty good idea who I want to be Gluttony.
I hear that
He's already
it's the same person that I want to be Gluttony.
Say it again.
Is it the same person that I want to be Gluttony?
I think we're all probably on the same page.
People have called him the king a time or two.
Are you talking about Elvis?
Left the building? No. Well, I mean,
wrong.
Yeah,
one.
wrong one. I'm thinking of someone a little more Cheeto colored.
Cheeto colored.
Yeah, I think he might be there on Saturday. I think he might Ronald something. I think he might be there Saturday. I don't know. You're gonna have to be there. You're gonna have to be there and see.
Well, I just need the 411 Saturday. Somebody tell me who's Gluttony.
now, if I have understood what I have been told about this event, it's the tale of two performances to a certain extent. There is the 11 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock where things are one way, and then from 7 to 11 it's a different way. Is that pretty accurate?
Yes, that's very accurate.
Oh, I can see that. You know, you think from 11 to 6, you know, the kids are out, you know, you're trying to keep it PG, you know. So,
Rion
you know,
came
I
back,
get
so I
it.
just want to welcome him.
You know, but 7 to 11, you know, that's when, you know, the shenanigans take place.
Well, you met Shanann again not too long ago.
I did?
Yeah, Nan. Remember when Nan was on the show?
Oh.
She loved you. She said, fuck Steve, I love Red. And she still sends me that shit almost daily. She's like, when do I get to come back and be on Red's show? Every fucking day.
Well, I love you know, and that's the bitter sweet part of it. You know, there's not enough hours to fit in everything you want to do. You know, if we remember last year, you know, and you know, the wife said, you know, oh, you guys should come to the Goat Queen Festival. And we were like, oh, okay. And me and Steve said we would come. And, you know, now because of what transpired last week, I can't be there Saturday.
And Rion's
You know.
giving you the look again.
Well, I don't give a fuck. Shit. My aunt died. Shit. You want me to say fuck my aunt?
No. I'm just Rion put a picture up. I was more joking.
I understand, but I get it. I can't, you know.
You know what? Okay, I was quiet this entire time. My apologies as far as coming on here. Sean, and I'm calling Sean out now. C-Red. My apologies for putting this photo and trying to make light of the situation. It will not happen again. I'll go back to doing the other stuff. I am sorry. My apologies.
I mean, it's fine, you know, but again, this was one of the times where Saturday was free until last week, you know. And
life has a habit of changing pretty quick, and you can't always control it. And sometimes it sucks. And I know what you're saying.
just there's not too many things I look forward to, especially I feel like I'm missing out when you guys talk about certain shit and it's like, oh, okay, but we had talked about this, remember last year? And it was like, okay, great. And it was like, fuck, and it was like, I got so much shit going on right now. It's not even funny. But um, I hope this year is bigger than last year's because it's the one time where I get to sit back next Tuesday and hear you guys' stories, and it's like, okay, all right. So
There's always shenanigans from what I hear about the Goat Queen. Cactus, what has been your favorite Goat Queen moment? I know you have been to several of them. Uh, what did you like the most other than the baby goat?
Um, honestly, just getting to get completely dressed up and made up to look nothing like myself and be a different person. That was my favorite part.
I got a question. Now, is there an actual goat queen?
Yes.
Okay. So is the queen different every year?
No.
So it's the same person as the queen. Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. So there's no coronation or nothing. Okay.
No.
Unless somebody kills the queen, then yeah, I guess you'd have to vote a new one in, right?
If you killed the queen, why would you then vote?
That's fair. You just take it.
Right. That was silly, Steve.
I would never kill the queen because I wouldn't want to be queen.
You wouldn't?
Well,
Sounds like you're making a pitch for it.
This is how I get myself into trouble. Rion, if you're still there, I know you have been to the Feast of the Goat Queen. Do you have any memories that you have had at this particular thing that stand out in your mind? He's probably driving, but maybe he'll hear this. Whoop, there's another picture. Is that at the is that looks like it's under a tent? So maybe that is his favorite moment at the Goat
But that's
Queen.
Gustavo.
That does look like it looks like a ninja. I know Rion may not have great memories because he was frozen repeatedly and then couldn't move while things were happening. I believe
I know
Rion
what he's
witnessed
alluding to. I know what he's alluding to, but I don't know how much I can give away.
I know also that Rion witnessed a murder. There was a gunshot victim.
There was a murder, yes.
So, Rion might be a little scarred.
My husband was the gunshot victim.
So Drew Bronson was killed.
It was not Drew Bronson.
Hot Rod Daddy Andy was
It
killed.
was not Hot Rod Daddy Andy.
Duke Laserfist.
No, it's not Duke Laserfist either. It wasn't DB Craft. It might have been DB Craft.
Oh my God. Okay. So I literally just Googled it because I wanted to know the origins. Like I thought there was some magical origin. Some of these pictures are, let's just say, unique. Yeah.
What does that mean?
If you Google it, the first picture that just popped up, it was like, oh, okay, all right. So
Now I have to Google it because I don't know. I want to see what it is.
But I'm looking at different photos. Everybody looks like they're having a ball. Everybody.
Yeah, I'm not photogenic, so there's no photos of me to be found.
I like the fact that an event like this tends to suppress reservations, and it tends to suppress you get to be somebody else, and everybody gets a little open, a little crazy, a little chaotic. Not the trepidations are gone. You get to kind of live a fantasy, if you will. because it's a crazy event, and a lot of people go to the Feast of the Goat Queen. Didn't they have people from all over the country last year, right, Cactus?
Yeah, they had people from as far away as Oregon last year.
And it's a pretty big thing. They not only are they inside Rabid, but there's also that big field that is adjacent to Rabid that is where much of the chaos occurs.
And that's where all of the chaos occurs.
It's got to be a big deal. Just again, going through stuff real quick. The Chicago Tribune covered this. And,
It's a big deal.
Anytime you can get one, well, it's only really two major newspapers around, but it's rare when somebody comes out and they cover stuff like this, So, like, oh my God, I hope.
Man, you can get some
gourmet
shit.
marshmallows. Okay.
Hazel conned somebody into buying her one last year. By conned, I mean she was just her usual cute self.
Well, I mean, hey, Dilly's pickles.
Cactus, what was your favorite food at the Feast of the Goat Queen last year?
Do you think I got to eat?
You didn't get to eat?
Do you think I got to eat? Do you think I had time to eat?
Well, I don't even know what your role was last year.
You know what I had? I had fruit snacks. That's what I had. You don't know what my role was?
I know
Wow.
you were.
No, that makes me feel so insignificant, Steve. Thank you so much.
Well, I wasn't there, and I have a bad memory.
I've done it. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit that you didn't know what my role was.
You were an announcer. Did you announce everything?
Saucy cakes.
I announced everything for Rogue Wrestling. Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I thought you did more stuff.
What the hell?
What would I do?
I don't know. You have so many talents. I thought you were.
I don't know. No, I don't have any, obviously. So.
Cactus, come on.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Beasley just got this. Okay. Steve.
Yeah.
You have one job for me.
What's the job?
I need to know what is Raven's feathers and bat wings.
I can tell you what that is.
Oh,
that
okay.
Is my friend Raven. Her and her husband make collage art, like collage pinup art, usually very gothic themed. She makes some really good pieces.
Oh, okay. All right. Because at first, that's why I said, "What the hell?" I had to remember these are not all food vendors. But trust me, I was like, Raven's feathers and bat wings. Steve,
Can't read this. But the crawl space has really good stuff. Lots of like horror themed stuff. Let me see if Moonlight Bin is on here. Even with my glasses on, I can't read this. If Moonlight Bin is there, they also have a lot of great stuff. Scary Terry's Crafts. It's a lot of like hand sewn and hand embroidered items. Scary Terry is an NSO and hopefully soon regular skater with CKO. Makes some really cool purses that I've seen. Oh yeah, Moonlight Bean is going to be there. So that's like wreaths and pins and stickers and candles. Again, all like horror themed. Still trying to read this. EE Mercantile. That is Goat's partner. That is all like handmade and ethically sourced soaps and I used to get my lipstick from them, but that company went out of business, unfortunately. You can get candies from them, like sugar-free candies, too, that Hazel was able to have when she was still on keto. They have, like, shampoos and beard oils and dry shampoos and dog shampoo and just, like, anything you think of. Like, they've got it ethically sourced. And then Mathematics for Misfits is Goat.
That's Goat. Right.
Yeah. Goat is a mathematician, as we all know, and he has a zine that he published himself, and the price is $6.66, staying on brand. And there's a lot of really cool examples in there of math to help people that don't understand math understand it. And I actually
Including
wrote
your
a piece.
boobs.
Yeah, but that's in the next volume.
That's
that
in
hasn't been
volume 2.
published yet.
We're
That's
waiting
in volume-
for
yep.
volume 2.
You're waiting for volume 2, and you will get to read my diatribe against bra sizing. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's just some of the wonderful things. I don't think my friend Johanna is there this year. Johanna is an extremely talented actor, not actress. I mean, she also acts, but extremely talented artist who is actually has a showing at the Salem. It's called the Satanic Temple. It's the Satanic Temple in Salem, but it's like it's an art gallery, and her art is focusing basically on like women and violence, I believe. Johanna, if I'm wrong, I am so sorry. This conversation happened like 4 weeks ago. But it's really awesome art. She's painted me. I was actually her midterms. She painted a portrait of me. I'll change my photo to that so you can see it. But if she's there, you should pick up some of her work because I think it's going to be worth a lot of money someday. I know T-Bird has a paint. She did a painting of Elvira, and then she put real spiderweb pasties on it with tassels that dangle down. So
The uniqueness of this event, I think, is what makes it so special because it caters to you'll find something you like. You probably find things you don't like, but you'll find a lot of things you do like, and maybe you'll have experiences you never did before. Inhibitions are out the door at the Feast of the Goat Queen, from what I hear, which I think that's a fun way to spend a Saturday night.
Shit, from the sounds of it, all day Saturday.
All day
11
Saturday.
to 11.
Well, I mean, all the cool stuff that Cactus was just talking about, I think happens during the day, and then when 6 o'clock hits, a lot of the vendors pull out, and then from 7 to 11, it's a different brand of entertainment, I think.
Yeah, think.
Well,
you're not sure.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Cactus?
I was making a joke. I was like, "You're not sure."
Well, I'm just telling you, I've never been there, so I'm basically basing it on things that I've heard.
And who did you hear these things from?
Various people that have attended. Now, are you planning on staying late or are that is really impressive.
You see that she turned my hair into snakes.
She sure
Yes.
did.
Cobras.
Wow. Do you have that hanging in your house, Cactus?
No, she had to turn it in for her midterms, but she's going to give me a print.
That is outstanding.
We'll see if I stay. Yes, Johanna is like the most talented person I've ever met in my life. If you ever come out, she's in a band called Mantis Queen that is so good, and they're working on cleaning up and recording an EP right now. She's a burlesque dancer. She's like the costumer and haunter at Hell's Gate. Just the most phenomenal fucking human being in the world. I will always take a chance to gush over Johanna. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'm fit for the post-7 crowd.
It should be a very interesting day. What time do you usually get there, Cactus?
Before it even starts.
So are you there like at 10 in the morning?
Pretty much. Last year I got there very early. This year I'm doing my own hair and makeup, so we'll see how long it takes me to get ready. Last time I got ready there, but if it's really hot again, I'm not going to do that. So it all depends. It all depends on the weather.
My call time for the event is 2 o'clock, so that's when I will be rolling in to do whatever I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know a whole lot about it. They haven't given me a whole lot of information, but whatever it is, I'll be glad to be a part of it. What did she say? She said something very that made me think that I was special for a moment, which doesn't happen on a very regular basis. What did she say? She said a fringe Benny of this thing would be a dedicated seat all day. So I don't know what a dedicated seat is, but it sounds impressive.
It means that you'll have a chair all day instead of having to scrounge for one.
Well, there you go. And she made it very clear that I don't have to speak all day, just at certain times.
Okay.
I love a
Yeah.
good.
Saved your voice.
Well, it's inevitable at this point, but that's okay. So that's this Saturday, Feast of the Goat Queen. Cactus Rack will be doing the emceeing for the big combat theater, which is very exciting.
Yeah, we'll see if I can handle the responsibility.
Oh, for God's sake, of course you can.
Mm,
Cactus fucking Rack,
mm,
and you look great in a painting.
hmm.
Red, will you give her some flowers, please? Get me off the hook here.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
shit, you're gonna make Red give me flowers?
you know
Red
what?
does it better
Because
than me.
well, no, I had planned on giving you flowers last week, and then again, uh, apologies to you, Steve, Rion, and all our viewers with the passing of my aunt. Um, but Cactus, I have never seen you smile and glow uh, as much as I did uh, that whole week leading up to your nuptials. I am so happy for you and Andrew. Um, like, you don't know, this is gonna sound super fucking corny, right?
Okay.
I am so big on love right now for my own personal reasons. So when I can see two people that I call friends, um, get engaged, and it's like, okay, but your expression hadn't changed when I would see a picture. And every picture I saw, you had the loveliest smile on your face. You looked so beautiful. And I personally wish you and Andrew nothing but happiness, joy, love, and prosperity. Um, you guys with Hazel will be an awesome family forever. And the dogs.
Oh yeah,
Can't
all of
forget,
them.
we can't forget all the dogs.
And the cat.
That's right. And there's a cat now. That's right.
Is there a bird? Was there
No,
was there
there's a
ever bird?
tortoise.
I'm
There's a
I'm waiting for the day where she says she has a snake. I really am.
A snake.
Yes.
I had snakes.
I'm just waiting for you to bring him back.
Yeah. We'll
But
see.
I am so happy for you guys. I love you guys. Just to see people and love and appreciate and love on each other. Um, like, oh my God, that is what I'm all about right now. For my own personal reasons. Um, I even have no problem. I shared with Steve just yesterday a little bit, a love because you guys um, have got me through some rough times. Um, and a lot has happened, I would say, in the past 3 weeks that will change my life forever. Um, but I'm dealing with it. Um, more comically because I really don't know how to interpret this information yet. Um, but I'm just letting everybody know, you Steve, Rion, Pat, anybody that watches this, that I love you guys. But yes, Cactus, I was so happy. You are a beautiful bride. You were a beautiful bride. Now you're a beautiful wife. So just keep loving on each other, and you guys will surpass all the odds. So
Thank you, Red. I love you, Red. I love you very much.
love you too.
You're a very important part of my life. I hope you know that.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm the guy that just sits here and doesn't say anything while Steve
That's
does all the
not
talking.
true. That's not remote.
No, he knows why. He knows why I'm saying that.
Oh, did somebody say that?
That was Nan. That was Nan's whole
That was
thing.
his name.
Oh. Well then.
Bastard.
Mhm.
Oh, it was fun though. It was fun though. It was very cool to talk about the Goat Queen and to talk with the Cole twins tonight. And for Red, that I'm gonna want to leave the show on that note because I don't think it gets any better than that. CSW in the heat of the night, great show. What more needs to be said? It'll be on IWTV pretty soon. Mustafa Ali, one of Red's friends, turned heel and joined the Made Men. That was a big
Well, he's
takeaway.
already a heel.
Well, he's a bigger heel now. After having a great match with Quintero, came out and sided with Boz and Marche. I will tell you the one spot that we were talking about earlier, where poor Jay Marston got thrown on a table and it didn't break, and then Bruce Hamilton jumped on him twice, and then Bruce and Boz jumped on him, and the table still didn't break. As far as I know, that table is still out there somewhere intact after some of the most heinous things.
Oh, that sounds like an LOW table.
Good Lord, it was something.
Hey, I got a question, and then we can end. Wasn't it supposed to be Marche versus
Lycan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, due to the nefariousness of the Made Men, Conan Lycan was not available. So let me tell you this because you'll find this interesting. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll say, Steve, you're a fucking liar, but I'll let you know anyway. So Marche comes out in typical Marche fact, climbs up top of the ladder and addresses the crowd, says, Conan's not here. I should just get paid and take my belt and go. And then he turns to me and dresses me down in front of the whole crowd and says, Steve, I want you to come here, hand me my envelope, and thank me for saving CSW. So I, in turn, said, Marche Rocket, if you think you're leaving this building tonight without defending that title in a TLC match, you're sadly mistaken. And I told him, and this, I think it was the loudest pop I ever got at CSW. So I'm in the back of the room on commentary. He's sitting in the ceiling with the belt on the top of the ladder. And I said, Marche, it wouldn't take me 10 minutes to go backstage, lace up my boots, and climb that ladder and knock you off of it. And the crowd went nuts. And I just said it as kind of a joke because that's never going to happen. But after the show was over, the amount of people that came up to me and said, when are you going to fight Marche? And I'm like, oh, I just got to shut my mouth sometimes. I was in the moment and I'm like, I want to say something clever that's going to pop the fans because I was waiting for Tupu to come out. And, we were there, he said, just talk to Marche until Tupu comes out. So I'm talking to him. And then all of a sudden, after I said what I said, the crowd popped. Tupu comes out and said, and took center stage and said, Steve and I talked. I ended my conversation with Marche saying, that we could do, but maybe we don't do that. Maybe we do something else. And when I said that, then Tupu came out and I said, Marche, this is something else.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of
I thought it was advertised as
hard subject.
I know, but I
Marche did. Marche almost killed Missa Kate again. put her through a table, and I thought Missa was dead. Marche went through a couple of tables. Marche was working hard. It wasn't one of those matches where, Marche was, doing Marche stuff. Marche took some shit.
Now, he worked. Oh, okay. All
Well,
right.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I mean, you don't see Marche Rocket going through tables very often.
No, you don't. You don't.
And he went through a couple of them. Boz did not go through a table, but it was close.
Okay.
Other reactions: Adam Stallion's a little punk. Cypher's going to kill him. Axel Rico and Ares should be a tag team in the WWE right now because they were so goddamn entertaining. And Quintero versus Mustafa Ali was breathtaking. So when Chicago Style Wrestling gets to IWTV, you should check it out because the show was hot from start to finish. The crowd was on fire from start to finish. And congratulations to the Amazing Turtle. He won the 72nd Futures Royal.
What? Turtle
And
finally.
when you win the Royal, sometimes you get pushed up to the main show. So maybe, just maybe, the Amazing Turtle is about to get a CSW push. How about that? You didn't see that coming, did you?
So did he get the turtle pop?
Oh, did he get the turtle pop? That place went absolutely insane.
Wow.
It was every bit as loud as Rocket Pro.
All right.
One final thought before we wrap this package. Rion Skills told me something many years ago that as I have navigated this wrestling journey, I have found it to be one of the most true things that anybody has ever told me. Wrestling would be great if you took away ego and pride. And after the show was over, I had a chance to talk to some people that I haven't had a chance to talk to in a while. And one of them had some trouble at a promotion. And I got to hear some of the stories that caused the trouble. And it just makes me sad when circumstance, ego, and pride have a negative effect on a promotion, a company, or a person. So I kind of feel like, maybe we're better than that. Kind of feel like maybe we need to be better than that. I'm not naming names. I'm not naming companies. I'm not naming anything. But, there are certain ways to be professional and certain ways to behave. And there are ways that if you behave that way, you're not professional. And it's a gray area. And when Rion told me, you take away ego and pride, and it's a pretty wonderful thing, he's right. And that's what I think is so cool about IPW because, it's just people having fun, doing their shit. So again, shout out to Rion and IPW. They've got some shows coming up in the month of August that are going to be great. We look forward to those. But again, that's I don't like to get too heavy into this stuff, but it's been on my mind since last Friday. I just thought I'd share some feelings. Thanks a lot to the Cole Twins for being on the show tonight. Great young tag team. Check them out all over the place. The next CSW show is August 15th, where we welcome AEW superstar Deonna Purrazzo. We talked about NWA. We talked about ARW. We took, obviously, the Feast of the Goat Queen at Rabid Brewing this Saturday afternoon. I believe the gate opens at 11 and it runs till midnight. I believe it's midnight. Is it longer, Cactus, or is it just midnight?
I think technically it's midnight, but who can really say?
That's right. Technically, it's midnight, but you just never know. For legal purposes, we'll call it midnight. So make sure you get a ticket. Go check out the Goat Queen. It's going to be a splendid event. I'm very excited to be a part of it this year. Next week on this show, I'm put out a challenge. I'm going to put out a challenge. See who really watches this show. Next week, we have no guest. Now, I just saw Superman. I'm going to see Fantastic Four. So between music and movies, I could fill 2 hours easy. So if we need to do another one of those shows, I'm all in. But if anybody on this panel or anybody watching this show has someone they would like to see or would like to volunteer to be our guest next week, we are taking an open casting call. So if you got somebody you want to promote, if you want to promote yourself, if you want to promote your company, next week would be the week to do it, July 29th. Otherwise,
What you say?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Tell Mr. Young to pipe the fuck down. I don't want his shit.
He just said, "Fuck you." He'll be on next week.
Oh,
No, we don't want Mr. Young here.
you
I'd
don't
much rather
want
talk
Mr.
about
Young
Superman
either.
with Rion and C-Red, not Rion and Mr. Young. Matter of fact, I don't think Rion likes Mr. Young either.
Hey, I did see Superman. I watched it the other day. So
I had fun with it. Anyway, thanks for watching the Power Hour tonight. Thanks to the Cole twins. Thanks to Mrs. D. Thanks to Rion Skills. And of course, as always, thanks to C-Red. We will see you next week, one way or the other. This is the Power Hour, and we appreciate you watching. And you have yourself a good weekend, and come to the Goat Queen. It's good for you. Good night, everybody.